Hey everyone, hope you're doing well. Today we are taking a look at the new Tier 9 Premium American Heavy Double Tap. It is the second double barrel tank in the game and the first American double barrel tank. My first reaction or opinion about this tank was just nothing but disappointment, and when I played this tank it didn't really change because it doesn't really have any redeeming quality but the double barrels. And originally on PC this was the tier 8, and from what it looks like is they just bumped the tier. The pen is the same and they probably have improved the reload or something like that. I didn't take a look, but the armor, it was workable for tier 8 heavy, but it's not for tier 9, and same goes for alpha as well. So you know, I don't see any reason to buy this tank because it has terrible pen, 284 premium, which again you'll struggle to pen against tier 9 heavies if they're hull down, let alone tier 10s and many tank destroyers. It has 280 alpha, so even if I have to trade with the double barrel or firing both the guns at the same time, I only do 560 damage, and because the pen's not the best, you might still not pen them. So it doesn't have like a huge advantage when it comes to trading like the tier 8 does. The tier 8 had 390 alpha, and if you had to trade or you can time your peak, you could even trade well against tier 10s with the tier 8. However, you cannot do that with the tier 9. Another frustrating part about this tank is it's also very sluggish, slow to get up to speed, and I just did not enjoy this tank. It's like too weak for a heavy and too sluggish for a medium. I can't play frontline because I won't be able to pen tanks unless they're going side on, and I can't play as a sniper because I don't have the camo. So I guess you play somewhere in between and try to make the best out of this tank. I struggle to get even 5k damage. I played a decent amount of games in this tank, so for me it's not a tank for me. So we'll go on with this game to see what this tank is capable of. As you can see, I'm just hoping for someone to overextend. It does have 8 degrees of gun depression, so it's workable, and if I time my peaks and no one's paying really attention to me. But yeah, no armor though. I wish they had not released this tank as a tier 9. It should have stayed as tier 8, or maybe they should have buffed the alpha to at least 360 or make it a medium where you can play as a sniper. Okay, so AVR peaked, I switched to double barrel so I could fire both guns, and yeah, managed to pen it. So basically I use single shot for the most part when I have to trade, as you can see. But if I see that I won't get an opportunity to shoot the guy again, then I'll switch to the other mode to fire both guns at the same time. But you have better DPM when you're firing single gun. As soon as you fire and you're waiting for the interclip, the gun's already loading, so you can continuously fire using gun 1, gun 2, gun 1, gun 2, something like that. And yeah, the enemy team is nice enough to give me their side. For example, that M48 Peyton, I guess he's tired, or he's just too impressed by the new tank. And 705 was also just kind of tracked at a weird angle where he's not really side scraping and was pretty exposed. I'm at 2700 damage, and just waiting for enemy to make mistakes. Light comes from behind, turn my turret and machine over peaks to shoot me. This tank does have premium APCR, so that's always nice when premium is APCR. With a 284 pen, maybe at that point I'll just go with the heat option if it had a better pen. Yeah, I have to wait a long time to do anything, and there's no point for peeking either because I won't pen anyone unless they're exposed enough for me. E4 is now coming in, and I'm not even sure if I can pen its turret or because it's angled. Our team doesn't seem to be doing great, so decided to. I was thinking about retreating at this point because that TD on the left was gonna die at any point. So once he's dead, I won't be able to escape. So this was the last resort for me if I wanted to get any more damage. Well, I've only done 2700, so not the greatest to begin with. But maybe it is with this tank, at least for me. I'm trying to retreat to a better position where I can punish them as they're coming in, and without trading my HP. And when they're close enough, I can trade HP as well. Yeah, their machine for some reason decided to push in the middle. Always nice when the enemy top tier make questionable plays, especially when your team's losing. Yeah, if I was for a newer player, it's also very expensive. I mean, it's tier 9, right? So it's not really expensive for tier 9. That's the basic price. But like tank's not even good for that amount. There are some decent tanks, but yeah, this one isn't. You just save your money and grind the tech tree line when it comes out. You get spotted, manage to get behind cover. I have also got set on fire a decent amount in this tank. Whenever they shoot my rear, I do end up getting set on fire. Yeah, Super Conqueror wasn't really exposing much. Penned him, or no, bounced off him. No surprise there. The 705 is still alive and managed to pen me. Even like the upper plate is pretty weak. You can get bounces here and there, but you can't really rely on your upper plate before going sideways. Managed to pen both rounds, and yeah, as I said, like this is the only time when I can reliably pen enemies, when they're side on or if they don't have the best armor. Yeah, I'm not planning to buy this tank. I don't see the point. It should have been tier 8. It's just a waste of money. Before charging me at this point, I'm like, I'm dead unless he like low rolls. I switched to both the double barrel mode, so I can at least get 2 pens. Amorax him, and he bounced off me somehow. Maybe he didn't fire premium, maybe it will be at angle, but it's not something you can rely on. And 142 rescue. Now I can go back. Go to help 140 so we can take out that super conch, because 705 doesn't really have much health. And yeah, I'll just wait for 140 to engage super conch, and then I can just switch to single barrel so I can keep my DPM. Super conch not really paying attention. Put a shot in his rear turret. He's getting mega flanked by this object and he can't keep up. 705 goes down. I do track Super Conch there, and he managed to not pen me somehow. I got a few lucky bounces in this game from E4 and Super Conch, but that's not something you can rely on to bounce effectively. So yeah, I just go with the team and with this tank and play like as a support tank. Now the only tank alive in their team is artillery. 1250. Is he full health? No. Okay, took 300. Probably light penned him earlier. And I know I won't be able to get a chance to use to shoot him more than once, so I go with the dual gun option. The light is just waiting for us, so as soon as one of us baits the shot, everyone's gonna jump. And again, you know, you use double gun, dual gun, I mean, you know you won't get the opportunity to fire again. I was even doubtful that I'll end this artillery at this point. That really fires here. Managed to pen him and hit 5k damage. So no ace tanker, because day one requirements for ace tanker are usually high. They set it up as the maximum requirements for that class. So this was like a small map where I didn't really need to use mobility. I went to the choking point and then came back. So mobility wasn't much of a factor. Also, I lost 40,000 silver because tier 9 do not get premium boost anyway, and you have to fire premium in this tank because of low pen. And so if you're playing this tank and fire premium, you're always losing money. Another reason to not buy this tank, because more often than not you'll have to fire premium. So on to our next game. This is Nomonhan, a bigger map where you need mobility more often than not. And again, this tank being sluggish, well, it takes a while to get up to speed. I mean, it's okay once it's up, reaches the speed, but would have been nice if it's at least a little faster. It also has, I think, the lowest amount of HP for a tier 9 heavy. I could be wrong, but it's on the bottom end for tier 9 heavies. It's about a minute into the game. Planning to go to C7 position, as it's a decent spot. I can hold there. I can watch the cap and get resets if needed. However, the position is exposed to artillery. Their light tank gets spotted. Our light tank is trying to contest him, because that light tank actually is not contesting, he just ignored him for me. Still trying to get in position. Their heavy is also coming to a mid position where he can keep our team lit. And yeah, it takes a shot from a heavy here. I should be lucky that it didn't get set on fire. In this spawn, in this setup, like the encounter and with these spawns, I like to play in B7 position, as you can kind of hold here as well. The light tank, he gets a little bit over aggressive for no reason. Quickly switch to dual barrel and hit him for 592. Hopefully he won't make the same mistake again. I was thinking about finishing him here, but he was supported by Ruthless, and then I thought I could put a shot in Ruthless, and there's another tank here. Trying to get back in cover without losing health. And it's a 4v1. Light tank fans get shot by artillery, a memo racked. And yeah, as I was saying, even the light tank managed to pen me. It's a tier 9 light. So no armor. Or I mean, they can reliably pen you. Progetto, was it Progetto or was it a double tap as well? I'm not sure what the tank was. It was. But yeah, he was engaged with another tank and I managed to use the dual barrel on him. This entire game I'll kind of play around this area for the most part, mainly because I can't really rotate without getting spotted. Finish off the double tap. Yeah, it's double tap actually, not Progetto. For some reason I thought it's Progetto when I was first crossing, but that's not the case. 704 also taking a stroll in the park, going for cap, but gets the double barrel treatment. Again, I mean, even with double barrel I have way less HP or alpha than a single shot by 704. Just trying to peek once I'm not spotted, and as soon as artillery is targeting, I just hide using this rock and hope for the best, because artillery can still splash me depending on where they are, and they have 2 of those. It is a slow game, so not trying to be impatient. And because our light tank is keeping those tanks spotted, they're not really peeking. And they're not spotting the light either, so they're just getting slowly shredded by the light tank. 704 is also down to 1 shot, less than 100 damage. I think he got blind penned by artillery. Managed to get enough gun depression where I didn't have to peek too much, and penned D30. artillery finishes off 704 as well. Score is still tied. Conway wanted to contest the corner, but yeah, I didn't feel I can win that battle or engagement. As no matter how safe I play, whenever there is a hash tank like a Ruthless or AVRE, they will full penny you. Yeah, he was a little bit more than the dual barrel alpha, so I went with a single shell approach. And then once he was, once his health was enough where I could finish him with dual gun, we take out KPZ. 50 TP looking confident that he can just push me, get shot at the side by a tank. 9 got stracked. And artillery finishes the rest. Wanted to push Ruthless here, but he is not firing. Both teams lost some more tanks. Score still even 8-8. Yeah, just trying to survive at this point. Waiting for them to make mistakes so I can catch them off guard. While hoping that artillery will not move to a position where he can finish me. Unnecessary play by 4005. However, this gives me the opportunity to punish that bat cat as he was clipping the tank destroyer. The type takes care of the bat. Now it's just Ruthless by himself, but can't really push him because I'm very positive that he will pen me and set me on fire. At least that's what happened. E100 overexposes a bit. Managed to track him and pen both shells, because sometimes it doesn't pen both shells either. But I was surprised that it did at this point in this time. E100 finishes artillery. The Ruthless still alive. Ruthless is being very patient. Our light is trying to get an angle to pen him. But Thief Breaker doesn't have the best pen either, so waiting for opportunities. As T-30 was last spotted behind, covering Ruthless. So even if I survive Ruthless shot, I will take another one from T-30 and definitely die at that point. I was telling Airstrom to go through B-line and just flank, get behind Ruthless, and he'll be able to punish him and or kill him. And if someone peeks, I'll shoot them, because T-30 wasn't. He was low HP, and from what I remember, I could kill him. We're down by 2 tanks. We don't have any artillery, and they have both their artillery are still alive. Ruthless fire, and at this point, wanted to go use this opportunity to finish this tank. Artillery gets spotted. Ignore him at this point. Have to finish Ruthless. Gets splashed by artillery. Penned him once. I should have actually just used the dual barrel there because he managed to get in cover. And I can't really pen him or push him because I'm afraid of the tank destroyer. Over on the other side, there E100 finishes are 704. I am being targeted. I initially thought it was a T-30, but later found out it wasn't. It was a full health Tehran there. So this could have gone a lot worse for me. T-95 goes down. And now it's just Type 5. They also have the medium. I have no idea what his health is. It is a 50B though. T-30 is in the middle, yeah. With 200 HP, puts a shot in our Type. I wanted to at least get rid of one tank here because I know their other tanks might push and we're low on tanks. Tehran, full health Tehran gets spotted. and is currently engaged with our light tank. Try to help the light, but I accidentally end up sliding, struggling to get a line of sight here, and yeah, just made things difficult for myself with the soapy rocks, as our other heavy is now getting pushed by the medium as well. Waiting for Tehran to make a cross. I do manage to pen him down to 400, but I don't have much time because their medium and tank destroyer should be pushing me from the other side. Trying to help my light tank as much as possible so that he can then help me in return. T-30 is spotted and he's going towards the mid. The only tank that could push me here is 50B. Or hopefully he'll ignore us and go for the light. No, he's just charging straight on 1300 HP. Penned me casually, I penned him once. And then before I was loaded, he finished me. I should have used the dual gun at this time, so at least I could have a little bit more damage. Yeah, but that's it for this video. The short version is the tank's not worth it. But if you're a collector, maybe you want to buy it. But thanks for watching, guys. And if you haven't followed me yet, make sure to like and subscribe. And I will catch you next time. Have a great rest of your day.